Okay, so let's discuss this, yesterday class, subsequently we have Microsoft newly offered, free trial database to test, any one of Azure SQL platform, basically. Okay, so that is in preview state. Okay, so most of the times you have on-premises, right? Like, evaluation edition to use, 180 days free. Okay, so to test and validate their application and all, right? So same like Microsoft newly launched for this Azure SQL, and that we can see. Okay, so want to try Azure SQL database free. Okay, create a free service. Okay, serverless database with the 10,000 V course. Okay, so and uh, V core seconds and 32 GB of the data. Okay, so and 32 GB of the backup storage per month. Okay, so the timeless subscription. Okay, whatever they are offering this database, it is free of cost. They are not going to charge anything. Okay, so normally, if you can see, if I want to create anything, the cost is going to incurring. Let's say yesterday, what we did is simply by default will go and uh, will create, right? So when you are creating this database, it will show some, cost information. Okay, so when if you are going to apply this, offer, okay, it is nothing, it is going to change charge, and it will show a zero cost. Okay, let's see that option actually, how we are going to avail. So what is the business use case of this one? Okay, so without having of any, cost, if you want to try to cloud database, okay, so this is a one best suit to utilize of the database. Okay, that's what they are offering to this free of cost to this, application stakeholders who are the want to try it and move for the cloud database. That is the best. Otherwise, there is some minimum charge for the, based upon the service tiers and, the deployment model as well. Okay, so if we go for, Azure SQL, Azure Managed Instance, or SQL Server, IaaS VM, the deployment model scope will get, chargeable. Okay, so the other scope will be the yes, pricing tier, like what pricing tier you're going to use, basic, standard, and, business critical, hyperscale. So these are the things we already discussed, but when you are using that scope, definitely it is going to, charge. But now I'm just not going to apply this one. Okay, let's see the how much cost it is going to tell you. So based upon that, you can see this, mm, free AZDB. I'm just going to use this database name. And when you try to create the new Azure SQL, okay, so free AZ SQL SRV and 001. Okay, this is my server at this moment in the East US region. Just press OK. Okay, so, and I just want to give this authentication methodology. So SQL authentication I'm going to do, and admin password. Okay, so I just make sure that what is the cost for this one. If I are going to apply the free uh, whatever Microsoft offering, that I'm going to apply, how it is going to, reflect the cost, that I'm just ensuring this demo basically. Just provide the password as usual. So yesterday, have you tried to take the, backup exporting and importing option? Okay, so hopefully it is going to take, 1432 GB. And I just want to go for, instead of serverless, we'll go for the provisioned one. Okay, so that we'll use for some sort of cost here. See here, monthly it is going to charge you basically 1500 INR, right? So this is what, if you are going to typically use the configuration. Okay, so now we can see this in the monthly cost is basically 1500 approximately the INR rupees. Let's say if you are going to apply this, apply offer. Okay, so there is no difference at all. Okay, so only the difference is you have an option for the server, like uh, s- provisioned and the serverless. If you are using the offer apply, you will go for only for the serverless option. Okay, so just let's apply. This cost is nowhere available here. Okay, so now see this one. Okay, so this is the zero cost of deploying of the VM. Okay, so first 32 GB of the store is free, and first 10,000 vCore seconds is free overall billing. Nothing it is going to change. As usual, it is going to apply, and if you can go and make these changes also, you can change it. But there is a service tier in the compute tier. It is going to happen in the backend when you see the configuration. Sweet database offer is preview, apply, and the behavior is two things. They are giving the two options. Okay, they are giving two options. What is the option that you are making here? So auto pause the database until the next month. Okay, so if it is going to exceed, okay, so let's say whatever they are giving, 32 GB stories and 10,000 seconds VCO, that whatever you are using, okay, that it is going to exceed, it is going to do some auto pass. Okay, so once the next month is entering the billing cycle, it is automatically released to utilize the database. Okay, that is what it is going to help you to this a renewal. There will be no additional charges here. Let's say, so in this action we can use only 4 core, max to max. Okay, so and you cannot able to change anything, right? But let's see here, if I'm going to use this continue the database for additional charges, let's say the after the free trial, whatever the Microsoft is providing, that if it is got exceeded, so if you're using this one, automatically post the free trial configuration provided, that it is going to chargeable. So as and when you are going to use this option, you will get an option to change that max v cores and min u cores, and and also you will have the storage amount of the size will get 4 terabyte of database, you can store it. But when you choose that as part of the uh, free trial, it is max to max utilize 4 core and nothing to change, and there is no storage capacity to increase. So it is all about grayed out only. Okay, you cannot able to change anything. Okay, so and also it is by default enabled if you are using the first option. Okay, so that is what it is. Rest of the things is as usual. Just let's apply the free cost of free trial Microsoft providing, uh, that it is here. And also if you can see the backup redundancy, whatever we discussed yesterday to taking of import export of the backup database. Okay, so here it is by default grayed out. Okay, so it is max size of the storage amount is 32 GB only till support. Just move forward the networking option. So it is as usual option, there is no changes at all. Okay, so if you can use this public endpoint, okay, you can use the public endpoint, and if you want to use private endpoint also, you can use private endpoint. Since we haven't configured any network related, so we'll go for the public endpoint and allow Azure services within the Azure. Sometimes database is good trying to connect let's say the storage account, or let's say the Power BI. So this kind of within the cloud, if any cloud services wants to try to connect this database, okay, so you just make sure ensure that yes option. Okay, and add the current client IP address of this one so that you can able to connect. That is by default, it is going to add you once you are trying to connect this one. Okay, so this is as usual thing. And if you can see this, get started 30 days free trial. Okay, so it's all about 1178.1775 INR for server per month. Okay, so let make this one. Okay, so the definer one, we are not going to avail that one. It is a security one. And service managed key and the database managed key, that we are not using. By default, the service man SME key is going to enable for this one also. Whatever we are going to choose normal pay as you go model, it will come. Okay, so let's see here. You have two things. Since you don't have any backups, it's grayed out. And if you're using none, the database is going to empty. Okay, so that's what it is mean. Okay, so you cannot do anything over here. And if you want to try to deploy the sample database, the adventure work database is going to create whatever you suggested the name convention. All right, so this is all about deploying of free offer to deploy Azure SQL in the cloud landscape. Just simple create. So it is going to deploy with this one. If you can see the storage cost and all, everything is zero, because of this is the free of cost, which is newly offered by the Microsoft, which is preview state. You can have a try it and just let's see how you feel that new Azure SQL database, if your new application enhancing to do the migration and all without cost. Okay, it's simplest way to test and do before going to move cloud environment, whether it is migration process or application testing, whatever you want to test it, and free of cost, Microsoft is going to provide. So going forward, they may be going to provide the managed instance and Azure SQL services as well, because of that also one of the scope to database aspect, uh, Microsoft feature enhancement. Hopefully. So let's deploy this everything now. Okay, so see this one and try to connect and the database and all. Okay, so we'll feed. Okay, so this is the one aspect, and the other aspect which we discuss, for the Azure SQL related, what is the DR option, what is the availability option, that we are going to explore it. And let's try to this free trial Azure SQL database, whether it is a scope to have to configure it like uh, geo replication and all. Let's see that one. Okay. See this, uh, the services got deployed. Just go to the resource and try to take that, instance name and connect with this your local server. Okay. So this is my local server, which I want to try to connect. Okay. So okay, so it is by default will connect. Why? Because we just enabled for this instant to connect publicly access. Okay, so and if you can see this, once this connection done, I could able to see that free. Okay, so AZDB, Azure DB. Okay, so which is offered by the Microsoft. Okay, so it is under the previous state, but still we can able to expand since the database is named different, but we use make available the data inside of the database. The data should be a adventure work database related stuff. So this is my database. Under the database we have the tables which we can able to see. Okay, so here almost all we have 11 tables over here, and this is what currently which are being used. And if you can see this, it is as same as the free trial or the pay as you go subscription kind of thing. But when you go to the portal end, you would have to see some sort of uh, more extra features and other things as well, how we are going to do. Let me show you that. Okay, so uh, in this one, if you can see this entire thing, so overage billing is disabled over here. It is under the pricing tier is a free general purpose one, the connection string over here, and the subscription as usual. So if you can see the free monthly core cost and the restore point, there is no restore point at all at this moment. Suppose that it will uh, make available just some time. And if you can see this, how we can able to connect this database, you have multiple options to connect. So configure the network access your server, and the network access is the maybe site to site and the point to site. If you want to connect from the on premises, you may go and configure this one and connect the application and deliver this, start, developing by using of this data studio, visual studio code, and open visual studio code. So from here also you can able to connect and try to do. And the monitoring part, this is nothing, new thing. So what is the space, what is the free space, and you can able to see the entire monitoring process over here. And you will see this graph information and most of the case. And this is what we can able to see the properties information and the futures and the notification, the integration is happening with this and any of this products like Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate kind of thing. So these are the things which is going to by default it will come. And as I said, this is nothing new, but only the thing is the free trial information. So what it is going to happen uh, entirely, so based upon the time duration, it is going to pass. Post that 1 month cross, it is going to make actively. So this is all about. If you can see this, auditing part is there. So in the auditing part, what it is going to help. Okay, so it is got is enabled to the server. Okay, will always apply this database regardless of the database settings. Okay, so auditing is basically track the database events, and when run into audit log, your Azure storage account, log analytics space, or event hub, it is going to enable and make the logs over there. Okay, so um the uh, the data discovery and the classification, whatever we are seeing here. Okay, if you have any sensitive data information, credit card, okay, so any PIA data information. As such information, you can able to make some classification over here and do some security appliance. So it is going to help you to identify. So dynamic data masking is nothing but if you are having some data, you can make the mask. Okay, the first name, last name, phone number. If you want to add mask, it is going to make the mask. So you cannot able to see only the specific user credential is who is available, they can able to see. The rest of the guys cannot able to see. So likewise, we have multiple options in the security aspects also. There is no change at all. Only the thing is that you it is going to auto pass. Okay, so now this is the database which we can able to see. And what I want to tell here, this is uh, a database, and if you can see most of the things, the database yesterday we saw. Okay, so the availability standpoint of, okay, so this is my database backup. Should need to configure it here. So what I'm going to do here, so the policies which is going to happening by default, the point in time restore 7 days, and the every 12 hours it is going to take the differential backup. Since it is not configured any weekly, monthly in the long-term retention backup, if you want to configure that specific database, just check the database and go for configuration policies. Okay, so since it is in free trial, free of database, you have point in time restore 7 days. But normally free trial subscription or pay as you go enterprise level, it is going to give you the minimum 7 days, maximum 35 days, the point in time restore it will give. Of course, if you want to change it, change. And but by default is this every 12 hours in the 24 is a differential backup it is going to have. So you can nothing to do here to configuration aspect. But normal scenario, it will give you the uh, the monthly, weekly databases. So that's what it is showing, only the point interrupt to 12 every 12 hours. Okay. So this is all of the backup. And if you deleted any database, okay, it is still available here. I'll show that one as well. So prior to that, okay, let's create one more database on this one, and try to delete and see this one. Okay. So how we are going to create a new database? You just take this database and make the copy. Okay. So just take the copy, and that image is going to take. I'll make this one as a one. Okay. So simply, this is like a review and configuration. Okay. So it is going to create one more database on the same instance with a one. Okay. So as a DB1, let it deploy so that we can see under the, yeah, it is completed now. Hopefully, uh, not this. You will see under this database, and most of the case we can find list of the databases here. Let's see, still it is not deployed, so wait some time. Okay, so that we can able to see the second database, free AZDB1. Okay, so with the same data. If not, go to this overview, and again just deploy the same thing. Just create a database. Okay, so the same server end. So if you have the backup, you can take the backup now. Okay, so I want to take the database name as a uh, 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 test db1. Okay, so just let make this one, and just go to the same thing and go to the network option. We are not going to change anything. And next. So additional settings, you have an option to take the backup, right? So see here, there is no backup point at all. Let me keep this one none database. And if you can see this, maintenance window. This maintenance window is basically, you will find some sort of Microsoft, and there would be some weekly maintenance, like patching updates and all. Okay, so that we can have some scope to define this maintenance window. Normally I prefer this one. Okay, in this touring period you may expect some delay on the response of database may not be work as expected. So since we are already committed this window, okay, just click on review and the create. So this is what you can have to deploy the new database here. And let's go and see now. You will see this one more database under this specific Azure SQL. And let me refresh. The deployment is in progress now. Once it is deployed, is happening, we may expect and see that database under this server instance. Let's create this one. I think one more database is going to creating now. That's what it is taking some time. Little bit time, no worry. We'll see that in the, since we already connecting on my on-premises server end, just refresh this one. You may see that now there is a one database is available. We can see this post refreshment, one more database under this one. Okay, so this is what I want to explore it in this one. And let's see this once deployment is done, we may see the rest of the one more database under this instance. Okay, so I'll delete and I'll restore. How it is going to happen, that is the one factor I can explore in this session at this moment. What we can expect now, free agent SQL server, and go to this database list. Still, yeah, I can see this now. Test database is available, right? Test database is available. It is a general purpose. So what I'm going to do, I just want to go and delete this database, the one which we deployed, a free of cost database, right? So when you are going to delete that one, what it is going to happen, when you're going to delete this one, see under the where we are actually under the deleted database, you don't have. Okay, under the deleted database, you don't have any database, right? So what I'm going to do, This is one of the recovery option in the Azure SQL. Just let's go and delete this database so that you'll came to know it will comes under the just simply delete. Okay. So it will ask you the database name. I'll just keep this one and delete it and do refresh. It is not available at this moment. Okay, so you unexpectedly delete it. So what you need to do, you just go and see under the deleted option database head. From there, you can able to recover. So see here, the free agent DB, it is deleted and it is available here. But if you can go and see this in a database end, which is not going to show you only one database, it will show only one database, it will show. Let me refresh so that it will give only one database. It should not supposed to be show. Still it is not deleted, it seems. Okay, let me refresh. uh, Yeah, now it is not available, right? So that's what I'm saying. Okay, once after the deletion is done, it is nowhere show under this server end. Okay, so what you need to do, if you are unexpectedly deleted, the option should be there. Go to the server end and go to this deleted database end so that you can restore back to your database from the deleted database end. So I'll just click this one. It will show the point in to restore whatever the time it is got deleted. If you can see this one, the database name with this timestamp and all. Let's remove this one. I don't want to use this. I will use the same name. Okay, since I have want to configure it, just click on create. Okay, but at this time, it is going to charge you this, cost of the 375 and INR. But when we are trying to create with the free trial, that is during the deployment it is going to ask, but post deployment we cannot able to convert. Any question do you have, Udit? Okay, so are you with me? Hello, Udit. Okay, deploy. Okay, so then after that we'll see the database is available or not under the database instance. Okay, so I'm not seeing. Okay, so let me refresh and let it deploy this one. All right. Udit, can you hear me? Okay, see you then. Tomorrow we'll connect. Okay, so we'll start this high availability disaster recovery concept as well as we will extend this same class tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, sir. Bye.